bottom.
We're in an extraordinary house that is absolutely enormous.
It just doesn't stop. Everywhere you go, there's another corridor or another room.
It's got two kind of levels to it. One, some sort of Tudor type period, and then above that, it's completely derelict.
It's pretty creepy up there. I think it's where it used to be used, I think in the 50s, as an old people's home.
To go up there and to see that, it's different from being downstairs in this beautiful Tudor property.
Put it this way, if there was going to make a film in here, you wouldn't need a production designer because that is the proper set of a horror film.
There's lots of old beams and doorways going off everywhere.
It's dilapidated, it's got wallpaper peeling off.
It's got a chapel, which is apparently haunted. It's got wood-panelled rooms. It's got a library. It's got some really spooky things.
A lot of what we see down here is the Victorian side of it, Victorian wing, sort of 1870s. But then as we go up and across, then we're getting fabric of a building that goes back, some parts of it, to 1335.
As Kieran would put it, you're psychologically in tune to the environment, and so that will enhance and hopefully make you a bit more scared and hopefully make better television.
Hopefully we're going to get lots of stuff, and we have two of the editors on today, Matt and Scott.
Apparently the upstairs of Smithills is particularly spooky. I'm really looking forward to doing a vigil because I think I may get slightly scared.
We're hoping to get scared and hoping to find some interesting evidence of paranormal goings on.
I imagine people who lived here in Tudor times were a lot shorter than I am because I bumped my head.
I've gone through it.
You see a ghost, you turn, don't you? You run, bang, gone.
One of the most traumatic things, of course, is a chap called George Marsh, 1555, Bloody Mary. He was a Protestant, and he would not renounce his Protestant faith to become a Catholic again. Apparently, after he was tried and sentenced for heresy, and of course in those days it was burning alive at the stake, he came down the stairs in front of me, stood here, and apparently stamped his foot here, which left this imprint. So they say, but on every anniversary of his death, which is October, that imprint is supposed to fill with blood red liquid.
I personally don't really necessarily believe that story. I can't see how a footprint could go into the floor, but it's a really nice myth.
We're talking of a place that has got a very, very old history of hauntings. I think the first haunting goes back to something like, or the first report goes back to the 1700s.
It's going to happen tonight, I'm sure it is. There's a real good atmosphere. All the crew are in a really good mood, and spirits are high. Pun.
The desolate east wing appeared to show Smithills' sinister side, and here is a further example.
What I'm becoming aware of up here, I feel as if again we go with a man that was used to just take time out to get people up to this level and hurt them. I'm not saying taking their lives away, but actually hurt them, abuse them. Now where he's concerned, the soul, okay, he is active up here. So that activity, okay, would be, again, because we've got floorboards, you would most definitely, when he's in his like pitch of anger, when he was like meting out this cruelty, you'd hear him stomping, so it would be very strong from what you'd also hear, without a doubt, screeching, screaming out of not him, but souls that were linked around him, okay? That he had up on this level. This here would be more so this room, as we come into now, would have more of the residual energies of that cruelty than the other end. I feel that these conditions would have prevailed here at the time when this brickwork and the likes of this window was actually, I suppose, built. And so I would say this person, this individual that would be responsible for doing these cruelties, for some reason, up this part of the building here would feel more at home and at peace rather than down there. So maybe there's a lot more activity goes on here, in this part.
I've
I've just been on my lit walk round. It's a fascinating building. It's really a game of two halves. It's a female figure, your classic grey lady, almost hooded, you know, and that's equally a sign that they just don't want to be recognised. They just don't want to be bothered. The children, as well. The children kind of peering here. So peering over here. And the children might be responsible for touching. Might be responsible for the odd flick. As me and the man has a bit of old lurch, a bit of a bum pincher, which means we have to bring in Kath later, of course.
Oh, there's a bum pincher here?
Yeah. She seems a bit too elegant for it all. She seems a bit bothered. She seems a bit like not bothered. Right.
Well, one of the phenomena actually here is being pinched on the bottom. So you're right there.
Calling Kath.
But you knew
that anyway.
I knew that anyway,
Yeah. So that's really interesting.
Great. Do you have any details about this grey lady? In terms of names or dates or anything else that's verifiable with her?
She feels foreign. She feels as if she belongs here. I'm not suggesting she's like bopped in for a holiday or someone died here, but she feels French particularly.
Right.
There seems to be some kind of French link with her. I can't get her name. She's very well away from it. She doesn't, you know, I can just in my sight just barely see her. And I would imagine that's why when people see her, it's very slight. She's cloaked. She's literally wearing a cloak that seems very pale grey velvet.
We've been told by the mediums that basically the sort of the thinner or the foggier the image of the spectral being, that means that they are ready to go on. They've been around for hundreds of years. Is that true in your thoughts?
Well, it's a nice thought that you just fade away there and go. Only from my perspective, I can't see that it would make any difference. If you're going to go, you'll go, and I don't think the time you spend and the way you fade will make any difference. I think if you're very pale, it's because you don't want to be seen and you're very aware of how to prevent it.
However, several hours later, it was actually David and not Kath who was to receive close attention in the solar room.
I'm tingling all over.
That's when they walk through you. That's when they walk through you. They're here, and this is what is so annoying for me.
What do you mean you're tingling all over?
Every hair is standing on end, and I feel like I'm just tingling. I'm tingling, like a little electric shock's going through me. Don't like it.
Please, if you're here in this room, any astral children in particular, if you want to play and move something, touch one of us. Right.
What's that noise?
I heard footsteps. Did you hear footsteps?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Please speak to us, whoever you are. We know you're here because we can feel you here. This is where we had the shuffle on the floor. Was that you talking?
No.
No.
I heard someone talk. Oh! Did you just touch the back of my shirt?
No, I didn't touch you.
No, something pulled. My shirt moved. My shirt moved. In fact, I think it's just done it again. I heard what sounded like someone's voice. I thought it was one of you two.
Definitely. Well, I heard nothing.
I don't think I spoke.
And then something just tugged the back of my shirt, and I thought it was you holding on to me, Kath.
No,
you didn't.
I didn't. I came away from you.
Pull the tail of my shirt. Well, I did. I swear that's what I felt.
Right, you've got us now then, whoever you are.
Because I'm tingling all over now.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if it's just the adrenaline rushing back.
Come on, whoever you are, touch another one of us. Touch John or Kath. Ooh. I thought I saw a shadow downstairs. That was really odd at the top of that stairs. Yeah. I really thought it was Kath.
No, but I swear I did not touch you.
I have to
be honest, I've never, in all the investigations I've done, come across such a strong, powerful being. It's almost like he's more than an astral. He's more like a guide to us, you know. And he's not a guide I recognise. He's not one of my guides, most definitely not. And I don't think he's associated with anyone particularly in the crew. But the name he's given me is Balthazar.
At the Black Bull, towards the end of the evening, conducted a séance, and David started to get messages through in kind of a form of automatic writing. And he said that he was getting the messages from Balthazar, and it was quite a cryptic riddle.
Solving the riddle of life takes more than a man and his wife. Look towards the east, there you find the beast. If a child can give birth to a child, can man give birth to mankind? Solutions are found far underground on walls yet to be unearthed. Balthazar. Where water flowed there now is sand. You don't have to go, it comes to you. It's not what, it's where. Rituals of Egypt. Was that it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Different times and different locations. So what was linking David to this name? Both psychic and parapsychologist remain intrigued and optimistic.
David's interpretation of it was that it's something to do with Egypt, something to do with Egyptian inscription, hieroglyphics, that sort of thing. And it's one of those synchronistic moments that we walk into the location a week later and we have a book open on the Book of the Dead in hieroglyphics.
That's it, giving the mouth to a deceased in the underworld.
So they can communicate with us.
But why is that not translated in the beginning?
It maybe is somewhere else.
See, we've only just found that and how long have we been looking? But it's there, that's it.
It is amazing.
And apparently, what's even stranger is there's an attachment to this place in Bolton to Egypt. Because somebody that used to own here had, I think he was involved in the excavations and the digs of Egypt. It's just really weird.
So the mystery that began with Balthazar at London Dungeon and gained momentum with the Black Bull's riddle has now moved a step further. Unfortunately, not all of Smithills' Egyptian hieroglyphics could be translated, but perhaps you can help. If you can decipher these symbols, then please get in touch at www.livingtv.co.uk/mosthaunted, just like so many of you did about our original riddle at the Black Bull.
Now, being intelligent beings that we are, we're trying to find the actual piece. We can't decipher the way it's not done alphabetically, numerologically, it's very odd. So we're trying to find the pieces that we want to look at a bit closely. We will find out what the next clue, and I have a sneaking suspicion that that's the way that this riddle will be solved, be piece by piece, and just as we get the next piece solved, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another riddle. That's kind of how they work.
Earlier this evening I went on a vigil with Scott and Ian and Rachel, and we went up to the first floor, which is the old servants' quarters, and where there was I think an old people's home. We heard doors closing when there was no one else around. All of us at one point or other thought we heard what sounded like a woman talking, just chit-chat.
There it was again. I just heard that. No, I heard the woman's voice.
Really?
Are you sure? There! I heard it. Like, it must be there.
No, it's like a...
Yeah. If it's Rose that our friend David picked up on earlier, if that's you, Rose, can you try? It must be really hard, but we're just so interested. Something on my head, but it might have just been... If there's anyone here with us now, can you try and make a sign? If it is you we can hear making a noise. We'd really love it if you could try and communicate.
I've been really cryptic.
That scared the crap out of me. I nearly pissed myself.
What time are we on?
It's not 2 o'clock.
Oh, the top clocks have changed. Oh no. What?
I must be well out.
Oh, Wigan.
It's 12:15.
Yeah, that clock's laser.
That scared me. I think we should go out to that room. That's where we heard everything. Oh, a bloody box. What's in here?
Did you close that door?
What?
Did you close that door?
I did?
You did?
Yeah, you did.
You definitely closed the door.
I can't 100% say I shut it, but
No, but you came out after me, didn't you?
But did he shut it behind him?
Right, just done a vigil with John Gilbert, Yvette, David, and myself, obviously. We went down into the cellar. There's a door to the machine room. Now, what we heard was as if someone had grabbed hold of the handle and shook it twice as if to get in or open it or something. We can't explain because me and John went in to have a look at the actual room, but there's nothing there to sort of make that happen. And it didn't happen again, so we were a little bit puzzled by that. But at one point though, Yvette did see something fly up right across the lens, which really freaked her out actually.
Do anything you can. Just to let
What
us
was
know
that?
you're here.
Oh
What?
my god, what was that? Literally, it was like really quick, almost like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
A white light.
I don't know what it was.
Be interesting to play back.
Oh my god.
But it turned out when we looked at it back that it was just an insect, so it was a little bit disappointing.
Me, Felix and Rach, we've just been into the servants' quarters upstairs. And I've got to say this, it was scary, to say the least, wasn't it, Rach?
Now, my opinion to this is it was fine until Stuart started swearing.
Come on, you bastards, show yourself, do something.
And from then, the atmosphere kind of seemed to change. So I'm not sure whether Stuart provoked them into doing something. But it was, I wouldn't say it was terrifying, but I was scared. We heard some noises and then we were walking along to another corridor and a door slammed shut.
Oh my god!
It's haunted, something's up there, you feel as though something's watching you. And me being me, and for the viewers back home, I'm actually going to go back up there on my own and see if anything does happen. I've just been upstairs to the servant quarters. Is there anyone in this room with me that wishes to communicate? And literally about 5 minutes into it, one of the doors actually slammed shut. Now I'm well away, I'm like I'm 3 rooms away from where this door is. And I've actually got this on sound, it's a big thud, it's a big door slamming. Honestly, this isn't the time now to be panicking, because if I do, I don't know where to run. Ah! There's no way I could have done it, it's impossible. So I've gone to open the door and it won't open. The thing won't open now. The door opens about that much. I open the door, I can't see anything, it's just pitch black. So then I walk along, up the 3 steps, walk along, then you come to the glass where you've got that turret, yeah? I'm looking out of there, now you've got the corridor beyond there, haven't you, on the other side? Then I saw a white figure or something go across the glass. I'm sure I've just seen something. What the hell was that? That window that the camera's pointing at, something went across there. But I don't know what's there. Should I go any further? I don't want to go any further. Hello, is there anybody here? I'm not here to harm you. I was only joking before. I'm going back to the crew room. I can't. Quick, I need to get back. Get me back out of here. I'm going, I've gone. Back to civilization again. It's awful up there. That's a crew room down there. And I'm going back inside. I mean, the crew are right not to go there on their own.
At the end of the day, you know, any ghost group will tell you, any investigative organisation will tell you that you can't get stuff every time you go out. I only wish you could.
But things have happened. I had a really good vigil with Stuart and Richard, and then Stuart then went up and experienced the same kind of thing. People have had lots of experiences here, and it's certainly London. It's certainly a really interesting place and a great place to do so. I'm pleased. I think it's been a good one.
Well, that's it for Most Haunted Extra. Thanks very much for tuning in. Unfortunately, we didn't catch a full manifestation of ghost, but I'm extremely tired. I want to go home, and I'll see you next week. Who knows? By this time next week, we may have actually caught a full manifestation of a ghost, and you'll know before me. See ya.